Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikakadash, and double honor to those great millstone while unto truth, and also to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad. I'd like to say shalom and come back here today with another great powerful lesson through spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So the title of today's lesson is Make You Ready for Thy Battle. So I'd like to say shalom to all our listeners and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And not about what battle or what we are talking about. Jacob's trouble is right upon a time of trouble that we have never seen before. Great tribulation, great death, great persecution is right upon us. And that is about it. The enemy is getting ready to come in like a flood. And also the Lord is getting ready to lift up a standard. And that is about that spiritual power, that divine intervention. And that is about a lot of things are getting ready to come into play. And that is about it, UN peacekeeping troop are getting ready to invade America, whether you believe it or not. War is constantly brewing over in the east, which in fact Ukraine and Russia. And that is about Israel. A lot of things are coming down the pipeline. So we're in these times, real time. And that is about it, the game's about to be over. And that is about all hell is getting ready to break loose. It's getting ready to be a time of trouble that we'll never see. The body count is getting ready to be great. A lot of people are getting ready to be taken in a great number because they did not seek the Lord. They constantly scoffed and mocked, constantly despised. A lot of people are still asleep. And that is about when they say peace and safety, the total destruction will come upon them. And we constantly warn you left and right. It is here. It is at the door. The MOTB is getting ready to come into play. The WHO, a lot of things are coming down the pipe. A global martial law. It's all these things are getting ready to happen. Your freedom is getting ready to taken away from you. A lot of people are getting ready to die in a great number once again. And now about the mental law, we're constantly sighing and crying left and right. Rex 84, the King Alfred plan, all these things are getting ready to come into play. Agenda 21, all these things, what they're trying to perform. And now about is that the devil's getting ready to fill his enterprise, getting ready to fill his belly. And that about it, he's thinking that he's ready. Everything is set into motion. The stage is set. And that about the mental law, we're constantly sighing and crying, warning before destruction. And that about it, it is here. It is at the door. Jacob's trouble is right upon us. All these things are coming down the pipeline. The economy is constantly crashing. The end of the dollar. A lot of things are happening. And that about we're living in some exciting time. The Lord is getting ready to return. So rejoice ye heaven. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is Make You Ready for Thy Battle. So I got a little short video. So out of the video, we'll put a few scriptures and precepts around, and I hope that you get edified by the lesson today. And I about the game's about to be over. So now, let's start up the quick video. The quick clip that I have. One moment. Here we go.
All right, I got another one. Today we're going to find out what Rex 84 is and what the United States of America has to look forward to seeing on the streets any day now. Very, very soon. Stay tuned. All right, Rex 84, short for Readiness Exercise 1984, is a plan by the United States federal government to test their ability to detain large numbers of American citizens in case of civil unrest or national emergency. This is the description. Here's the meat of it. It says exercises similar to Rex 84 happen periodically. Read all that little stuff. It says plans for roundups of persons in the United States in times of crisis are constructed during periods of increased political repression, which is right now, such as the Palmer's Act. I can't read the other one thing in the way. And the McCarthy era. For example, from 1967 to 1971, the FBI kept a list of persons to be rounded up. This is martial law, y'all. Look it up for yourself. Let's go to the next one. All right, y'all, this is what the United States of America and all the elites of the world militaries, what they do under their bunkers. This is what they're doing. This is why all children come up missing. This is the reason why they need DNA, plasma, pineal glands, etc. This is what they're doing. It says cyber soldiers. The United States military's bunkers plans to merge soldiers with machines to give them superpowers, which they already have. We're getting ready to see this. It says brains connected to computers allow soldiers to control pilotless vehicles. That's airplanes, etc. Ear enhancements given super hearing. Muscular enhancement gives them super strength. Eye tech grants binocular-like sight. Y'all, for you little thugs out there talking about you gonna pop your little 90 or little 40, when that bad boy jam up, they gonna send you to the Lord. Believe that. You better stop being tough. Humble yourself, man, because y'all not going to be able to handle what's coming. If you love your family, you love your kids, you're going to be smart and go bow to the Lord and ask him to protect you. Let's go to the next one. What you're looking at right now is a Chinese super soldier, okay? This is a Chinese super soldier. Now, you know, when they're not super soldiers, they can still, you know, some of them can karate, fight, and this is no racism. I love Chinese people, but let's just keep it real. A super soldier, Chinese military aid, it's a bad boy. That's what y'all gonna see in America real soon when they invade. They're already here. They're underground waiting. This is a Russian super soldier, okay? This is a Russian super soldier, as you can see. They're not playing, y'all. Do you see the type of stuff that they got? They are not playing. Look at this dude. He's souped up. All right, the moral of the story is, when these things happen, the Bible says, the Lord says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard. Now, anytime somebody comes in like a flood, that means to overwhelm and to throw down, to blitz. And when the Lord said lift up a standard, meaning they got to reach it, and they ain't going to be able to. Get ready.
I hope you enjoyed the video. So the idea about it is that, you know, Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, total control, a one-world government, a one-world currency, digital society, trying to make you a perpetual slave. And also getting ready to try to tag everyone on the planet. If you know what I'm talking about, the hokey pokey. And, you know, the idea about it is that, you know, we are here, real time. Revelation chapter 13 is jumping off the page. And I about it, that's pseudo-salvation, that's pseudo-science, that AI, robotics, super soldiers. And I about it, you know, they want us to be like the Most High. They want to be like us. And I about it, all these things are coming from the left-hand side. We're not ignorant of Satan's device. And I about while you are sleeping, constantly scoff and mock. And I about they're setting the stage. It's already ready. And I about they're getting ready to come in like a flood, like a hurricane. And a lot of people, it's going to be in disbelief, going to have a rude awakening. And I about that, you know, they're going to be bugged out of their mind. And I about because you didn't seek the Lord. And I about you was around here playing game. And I about you trust in the strength of Egypt. And I about that the game's about to be over. And I about they're not playing. And I about in the middle of the Lord, we are not playing. And I about we knowing that that supernatural intervention is getting ready to come into play. The divine intervention. The Lord is getting ready to help us in ways that we do not know how. So the title of today's lesson, once again, is Make You Ready for Thy Battle. So we'll get started. And that battle is Jacob's trouble, a time of trouble that we have never seen before. Great death, great persecution, and and great mourning. Who would deliver us in those days? That is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. He's in perfect control. So we must all come back under total subjection to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, our true power. And about that, the Lord is getting ready to return. And about this man is getting ready to lose his mind. He's getting ready to use that what? That great sword, that what he was blessed with. When you go to Genesis chapter 27, and about that goes into his technology, his weaponry. And about it, you know, Lord blessed him with that. And about he said he will let until he be taken out the way. And about he's getting ready to lose his damn mind. And the Lord is getting ready to come in and interrupt his enterprise. And we cannot wait. Woo! So let's get started. Let's start. Let's open up the lesson with a quick precept. Let's go to Romans chapter Salaki. One moment. Let's go to Revelation chapter 6, and we'll start up at verse 4. And it reads, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." Technology, salvation, and that about it. You know, a lot of things, lying wonders. You know, that brain chip. You know that MOTB, RFD mic. All these things are, you know, things that he's getting ready to use, and that to make you a petrol slave all over again. He's trying to will the birthright back to himself, and that about if he cannot have it, he feel like he'll destroy the whole world. That's why the Lord said, "For the elect's sake, those days shall be short," because that about he is getting ready to steal, kill, and destroy. Great destruction, great death, and right upon us. And that about it, you know, those UN troops, which in fact, you know, had rumors that they was down in Mexico, you know, Russia troops. in Canada, on the northern border. It said China was up there. And I advise that, the enemy's getting ready to come in like a flood. Whether you know it or not, the stage is set. While you are sleeping, still thinking that you're a good case, they're not playing. They armored up. See those suits that they had? They suited down, armored all the way to the T. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, they locked, loaded, and ready to go. And everybody's there, and a lot of people are still thinking that they're getting ready to go up against Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks. And everybody, he is the Lord's sword. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? He is a natural born killer. And everybody, that's what he loved to do. Since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. And everybody, it's finna be a whole lot of killing. And everybody, a lot of people are getting ready to be taken in a great number because they had about when the Lord called, you did not answer. And that about it, he said, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find. And that about it, a lot of people will be calling, Jesus, oh Lord, help us. What's going on? It's going to be too late. And that about it, the Lord said, I will choose your delusion. So let's get one more. Let's go to Psalm chapter 17. Let's get another quick precept before we open it up. Psalm chapter 17, one moment, and we'll start up at verse 13. Psalm chapter 13 and Psalm chapter 17 and verse 13. And it reads, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the harbinger of death. And he's getting ready to use that sword in a big way. And his greatest sword is the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which in fact are the IBCM missiles. They're getting ready to fly also. And the Lord is getting ready to bring that righteous judgment back upon the earth. Recompense judgment is right upon us. And we constantly warning you left and right. The Lord said he come to not to bring peace, but a sword. And he's going to use Esau, but he's in that little short season. He know that his time is run out. His rulership is up. And that he don't want to give it up. And that don't even have to worry about it. The Lord gave him that sword, and the Lord is getting ready to snatch it out of his hand and snatch him out of rulership and put him in slavery for 1,000 years. And after 1,000 years, he will be totally done away with forever. And you won't even have to worry about him no more. And this nightmare is about to be over. Make you ready for the body. Not about who is ready for the body and have that mindset. That is the elect, the house of David. And not about we constantly warning you left and right. You see it in that video. You know what I'm saying? Rex 84, the King Alfred plan, Agenda 21, all these agendas they're getting ready to come up with. They get ready to try to feel they better. Their enterprise. And they're trying to set it up. And about get ready to try to put you in a chokehold. And about a great multitude is kindled over us, and not about the feed you things being idle, and not about FEMA camps, and not about a lot of people gonna go to those FEMA camps. Now the guillotines are ready. A lot of things are coming down the pipeline, and a lot of people it's gonna fall ill to that. And not about it, they will be deceived. And not about the one that saves his life shall lose his life. The one that loses his life shall save his life. Remember Lot's wife. And not about a lot of our people are still looking back at this fallen king. This place is getting ready to be destroyed with fervent heat. And we constantly warn you left and right, make you ready for the battle. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our people are not ready. They're not considered. And they're getting ready to be caught up. And in thy security. And you will be totally destroyed. We constantly warn the enemy is getting ready to attack. And that the body count is getting ready to be great. And we constantly warn. But a lot of our people are still asleep, are still playing games. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke chapter 19. Luke chapter 19, one moment. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. And I hope that you get edified by the lesson today. Luke chapter 19 and verse 43. Luke chapter 19 and verse 43. And it reads, For the days shall come upon thee, that thy enemy shall cast a trench around thee, and compare thee round, and keep thee on every side. Let's read that again. Luke chapter 19 and verse 43. For the days shall come upon thee, that thy enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee on every side. And everybody say enemies with an S. And everybody, our enemy are constantly surrounding that 100-mile enforcement zone. And everybody, it's only going to get greater and greater. They are setting up as we speak. All hell can break loose at any given time. And everybody, if you have not received this truth, and everybody, you have not heard this truth, then you are part of the truth there. You will be cut off and down inside. We constantly warning you left and right, even though we're sounding like a broken record. But in that day, they shall know that a prophet was among. And that about it, they're casting that trench around us right now, that 100-mile enforcement zone. And that about, we constantly warning you left and right. And the enemy is closing in. Constantly closing in, and everybody, they're getting ready to pounce. And when they pounce, the Lord is getting ready to strike back with that spiritual power, that spiritual intervention. And only come from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, and we cannot wait. Immortality, rulership, spiritual power. So Esau, he's in for a rude awakening, but this is his last stand and his payday. He got to pay what he done to the children of Israel. And everybody, we cannot wait. What was done to us is getting ready to be done to him and also the heathen nation. And everybody, we cannot wait. Recompense and judgment. It's the Lord. And everybody, he said, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. And I will repay. And the Lord is getting ready to repay in a big way. He said, wait on me until I rise up against the prey. That's what we wait. We hasten his great and glorious return so the Lord can lay this place down. We cannot wait. Come on, Lord. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So now, let's start back up one moment. Let's go to Psalm chapter 27 one moment. Psalm chapter 27, just a very quick lesson through the Spirit. These are the time that we're living in. It's no time to be playing games. Psalm chapter 27 and verse 3, one moment. Psalm chapter 27 and verse 3, one moment. And it reads, though an host shall encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. And we're confident that the Lord will preserve us. He getting ready to deliver us in a great way. And that spiritual power is coming to certain men. And I'm hoping that I'm one of part of the hopeful elect. And that we cannot wait. So the Lord is getting ready to deliver us. And he's getting ready to come with great glory and great power. And these nations are in for a rude awakening, in the worst of the heathen, which in fact is Esau. He's getting ready. He getting ready for a great ass whooping. It's coming upon him. And he's in great fear right now. And he's getting ready to lose his mind. All this technology, robotics, these drones, you know what I'm saying? These super soldiers. So that that they want to be like us. You know what I'm saying? They trying to what they trying to make themselves a god. What it is, transhumanism. Trying to mass human and machine together. And it will not work. The Lord is going to take him out so quick. He's going to be out the way very soon. And we cannot wait, but we ready for this nightmare to be over. And even though we know that war is rising up against, our enemy is rising up against, but the Lord said he will protect us in that time of trouble, the hour of temptation. And we don't have anything to worry about. The Lord is getting ready to deliver us in a great way. We cannot wait. We are so close. It is at the door. I can sense, I can feel it. And UFO sites are all across the world. And I make you ready for the battle. And the battle is that, we are here. Man, we are here. So now, let's start back up. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. One moment. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And it reads, and I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, his city, a city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to be total chaos, sedition among men, civil unrest, insurrection, all sorts of things, race war, you know what I'm saying? White against white, black against black, you know what I'm saying? And all sorts of chaos, you know what I'm saying? UN troops are getting ready to come and lay this place down, you know what I'm saying? They'll be invading one another. And also, not regarding or young, old, you know what I'm saying? No regard. They're going to be killing, stealing, and raping. And a lot of people are in for a rude awakening. And a lot of people still are saying that, that's not going to happen. We're the powerful nation We are the powerful nation in the world. And that about America is finished. And that about it, a lot of people are still in a dream world. And that about it, this is the real world. And that about make thee ready for the battle. And that about a lot of people are not ready for what's coming. And that about it, they're going to get swept away. And that about we constantly warn you, back in Lot's time, back in Noah's time. We are here all over again. This is going to be 70 AD, but it's going to be far greater. You know what I'm saying? And that about it. But this time, the Lord's going to lift up that standard. And that about it. Whoo! We cannot wait. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's get a quick precept. Let's go to Revelation chapter 10. Revelation chapter 3, one moment. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, one moment. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. And it reads, Salaki. Revelation chapter 3, one moment. Salaki. And verse 10, one moment. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And I about it, that, that time of trouble is coming. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, it's going to be a time that we have never seen before. You seen in that video, these super soldiers, the UN peacekeeping troops, China and Russia troops is getting ready to flood us. And that about it, all these things have been prophesied. And that about it, we are sighing and crying left and right. It's time to watch, pray, and be sober. And that about it, keep the faith and keep the strength. And that about it, we coming upon these perilous times. And that about it, 2 parts of our people are getting ready to die. They are marked for death. And that about it, we constantly warn them left and right because they're not ready. They're not considering. And that about it, they're not redeeming the time wisely. And that about it, the enemy is getting ready to come in like a flood and slaughter two-thirds of our people. Woo! And that about it, hey, we cannot wait. And that about it, the Lord said, through much tribulation, ye shall enter the kingdom of heaven. And that about it, we will get there. The world without end, the kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16. 2 Ezra chapter 16. One moment. 2 Ezra chapter 16. And we'll start up. One moment. 2 Ezra chapter 16. And we'll start up at verse 36. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 36. And it reads, it said, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spoke. And that about it, a lot of people, are blinded by the God of this world. And that about it, it's time to come under total subjection to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh, the 1/3. And that about it, we have received. The election has attained and the rest was blind. And that about it, make you ready for the battle. And that about it, a lot of people are not ready. You know what I'm saying? This is the quiet before the storm. And all hell is getting ready to break loose. Now, let's start back up. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And that about it, they're not slacking down. They constantly popping. They constantly popping. And that about it, just like I say, July the 5th, CERN, they get ready to pop off that collider once again. And that about it, a lot of things are coming down the pipeline. Solar flare, a lot of things are happening. You know what I'm saying? Food shortage, a lot of things are getting ready to happen in a big way. Starvation come back in a big way. See over there in the West Coast that, they're almost out of water. And that about it, all mayhem, all sorts of calamities are coming upon us. And all our people want to do is think of themselves. And that about it, they're in for a rude awakening. And that about they're going to be howling and having a vexation of spirit. They're going to wish like hell they would have seeked the Lord, but it will be too late. So now, let's start back up. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16. We'll start back up at verse 38. It say, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth a son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Verse 39, even so, not the plagues of Salakia. Verse 39, once again, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Jacob's trouble. That day shall be so great, but Jacob shall be saved out. The house of David, the elect. And that about it, that time is coming. It's right upon us. And that about a lot of people going to be in sorrow. A lot of people going to be travailing like a woman with child. And that about it, a lot of people going to be weeping. A lot of people going to be in despair. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to starve to death. And they won't have the faith. They're going to get faint heart. And they're going to line up like clockwork and take that you know what. So now let's start back up. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, we'll start back up at verse 40. And it reads, O my people, hear my words, make you ready to thy battle. And in those days, in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Let's read that again. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my words, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. And I advise that, the Lord said, move from place to place, wherever the Spirit lead us. And I advise that these evils are constantly growing. And I advise the enemy is getting ready, coming like a flood. And I advise, we're constantly warning you left and right. The stage is set. They are ready to go, lock and load and ready to go. And I advise, it's getting ready to be a killing that you have never seen before. And I advise that the Lord is getting ready to rock this place. And I advise, we constantly warning you left and right. But a lot of our people would not get it this time around. That's why they're called the 2/3. They was that rebellious house that did not want to return. And the Lord said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected, now I will reject thee. And I advise that we're upon that time. We constantly tell them left and right. But that about the election has attained and the rest was blind. And I advise, we seeing what's coming upon us. Man, it's getting ready to be great. And I advise that, we're not fearing because we know that we'll be in the secret place of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's start back up. No mean to be rambling. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and we'll start back up at verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that flees away, and he that buys as one that will lose. Verse 42. He that occupies merchandise as he that has no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Verse 43, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also that he that planteth the vineyard as that shall not gather the grapes. Verse 44, they that marry as they shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. Verse 45, and therefore they that labor in vain. So that about nothing really matters anymore. And that about it, nothing is going back the same. Your job, don't even worry about it. Even though the Lord will sustain us, you know what I'm saying? But that about it won't be no more working. Everything is getting ready to see. And that about when they set that reset into place, we'll be no more fool. A lot of people are going to starve to death. A lot of people are getting ready to die in a great number. And that about that new world order is getting ready to come into play. And that about Revelation chapter 13, he causes all great, small and great, rich and poor to receive you know what? In their right hand or in their forehead. That is getting ready to come into play. That pseudo sign, that AI, all these things, they are all around. It is here. It is at the door. And that about is that, America is finished. And that about they are hating the whore. And that about is that we're seeing all of the signs of the times that World War III is brewing. It can kick off at any given moment. While you're sleeping, the enemy is plotting. And that about it. We are here. We're constantly warning you left and right. We'll get one more and we'll close out. Let's go to Revelation chapter 6 and verse 17. One moment. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit, and I hope that you get edified by the lesson today. Revelation chapter 3. One moment. Salaki. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 17. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 17. One moment. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 17. And it reads, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Let's read it again. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 17. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And that about the Lord is getting ready to bring that recompense and judge, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord is getting ready to judge this place. And that about it, all hell is getting ready to break loose. Jacob's trouble is right upon the beginning of sorrows. A lot of things are coming down the pipeline. And we constantly warning you left and right. You've seen in that video, they're getting ready, they get prepared now. These super soldiers, and that about they're armored up. And that about they're going to have all sorts of weaponry. And that about it, drones, robotic dogs, robots. a lot of things. Terminators, you know what I'm saying? You seen the movie Terminator, you know, they're going to have things like that, you know what I'm saying? They have a lot of things are coming down the pipeline, but they're in for a rude awakening. The Lord's getting ready to lift us up. So when the enemy come in like a flood, he's getting ready to lift up that staff, that spiritual power, a way for us to escape and also to defend ourselves. We cannot wait. So I'm telling you, the kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. The Lord will preserve us and he will deliver us. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is Make You Ready for the Battle. You know, and how the battle is that we are here. And we constantly warn you left and right. All hell can break loose at any given time. You see it in that video. And that about they're not playing. And that about the games are over. So when the Lord returns, there shall be no more talking. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikakadash. I like to say, Shalom.